All right, so this is for Algebra 2 and dealing with worksheet 4.3e. Okay, so first off, I want to do a little review to show you what piece we are adding in to this. So first off, find all possible zeros. Okay, dealing with a function, f of x equals x cubed minus 3x squared minus 5x plus 15. So remember, the fundamental theorem of algebra states that there are 3 zeros that we got to find. Okay, so the possible rational solutions would be all the numbers you have there, so plus or minus 1, all numbers that go into 1, and then out of 15, plus or minus 1, 3, 5, and 15, and therefore you take this and divide it by 1. So the possible rational ones would be, and these are just possible solutions, plus or minus 1, 3, 5, and 15. Now this is where you can use your calculators or Desmos, plug it in like I showed you in the last video on how to do that. And I think there's only one rational zero that works, and that would be, plugging in your calculator, would be x equals 3. Now that's a solution, and we're always looking for factors. Remember these, if I look up here, you go 3 times 5 is 15. Those are called factors. Okay? Not solutions. So we need the factor, which is x minus 3. Okay? So this is where we did long division or synthetic division. So we take x minus 3 into x cubed minus 3x squared minus 5x plus 15. And we got a shortcut doing this, doing synthetic division, since there's a 1 here. Come down, change your sign. We have 1, negative 3, negative 5, and 15. We're ready to start here. So take 1 times 3 is 0. 0 from that is 0. Negative 5 is negative 15. Therefore, remainder 0, which should have worked because we checked our calculators or used our calculators. Now we have one less x. We divide it out. So now we have 1x squared minus 5. So we got 2 more to go. Because my power says this, so this is x and x, root 5 and root 5, and therefore I have x minus root 5 and x plus root 5. Now don't forget the other factor up here. We have x minus 3. Okay, so these are the factors. Now solutions, that would be set in equal to 0, so the solutions would be x equals 3, x equals root 5, and x equals negative root 5 for the solutions. Okay, now what we're doing today is we are reversing this process. We're going to take our solutions and come back with our function. So basically what we're doing is reversing the process. So I'm going to take solutions, find my factors. So that would be x minus 3, x root 5, x plus root 5. Then I'm going to multiply two of them together. And since these are a difference of squares, and avoiding my rectangle here, I'm just going to multiply these out. I know it's going to be x squared minus 5. Now I still have here. Now we use my box to multiply those two out. So I have x minus 3, x squared minus 5. So this gives us x cubed minus 3x squared minus 5x plus 15. And what you have now is your function, f of x, x cubed minus 3x squared minus 5x plus 15. And there you go. We're right back to where we started. So like anything in mathematics, you got to be able to go both directions. And that's what we are doing. All right. So let's do a couple more examples here. All right. So let's say, here's my solutions. Here's my solutions. Okay. I have x equals 4, x equals negative 3, and x equals 2. So I want to know what is my function. So I should be, when I'm done, I should have something like f of x equals x cubed when I'm done, because I have 3 solutions, and that's what would be my power. So I gotta go to my factors first. Factors would be x minus 4, x plus 3, and x minus 2. Now I'm going to choose to multiply these two out first. So I'm going to take my rectangle, x minus 4, x plus 3, and what will I get? I will get x squared minus 4x plus 3x minus 12. So that gives me x squared minus 1x minus 12. Now, let me change here. Bring this one down. And create a 2 by 3 box to get my final answer. So I have x minus 2, x squared minus 1x minus 12. And this will give me x cubed minus 1x squared minus 12x minus 2x squared, 2x plus 24. And usually we can add the diagonals. So my answer would be x cubed minus 3x squared minus 10x plus 24. And let's put this as, say, f of x. And there's my function. So we're just reversing our process. Okay, so let me go through 2 more examples, and hopefully you'll have an idea how this is working. Okay, so here's my solutions. X equals 3i, x equals negative 3i, and x equals 0. So this one's going to be interesting, but again, I'm going to have a function of x cubed at the end. All right, so first thing, factors. Okay, this would be x minus 3i, x plus 3i. So how do I do a factor of this? It's just an x only. Okay, well, I'm going to multiply out my difference of squares. So I don't have to use my rectangle. This would be x squared minus 9i squared, which is x squared plus 9. Okay, now bringing down my x and finish multiplying that out, that would be x cubed plus 9x. And I probably should put this as f of x as a function. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense in terms of the x equals 0 piece. Always do that last. Okay, all right, one more example. So here's my solutions. X equals 4, x equals -4, and x equals 2/3. Okay, so my factors, x minus 4. Now here, I have x plus 4. What to do with this? Now, a lot of times people try to leave this as a fraction. I would go ahead and clear my fraction and multiply by 3. So then I have 3x equals 2. And then I have 3x minus 2. Don't do x minus 2/3. Don't do this. Okay? You can. It just makes life much more complex. Okay? So get rid of the fractions and make things simple on yourself. Okay? Now let's do the difference of square first. Since those are pretty easy, x squared minus 16. Now let's multiply this by 3x minus 2. Don't do the 2/3 one. But I'm going to have to create a box. So I have x squared minus 16, 3x minus 2. So therefore now multiply things out. You have 3x cubed minus 48x minus 2x squared plus 32. And therefore your function, 3x cubed minus 2x squared minus 48x plus 32. Okay, and that's all we're doing. Okay, so a few details, like I said, watch out for the fractions. So let's say, for example, if you have, let's say, x equals, say 3/5 for your solutions. Okay, don't just move the 3/5 over. Clear your fraction, multiply by 5. 5x equals 3, and then move the 3 over. Okay, so do that before you start multiplying. All right, go ahead and get the assignment done, and then hopefully we'll hook up with Google Meet.